Hey everyone, I hope you're having a good morning and a good night. I'm Crusher22 or Eli, and this is my friend System or Matthew.
Hi.
And today we're here at the Nightly Nexus, where we talk about anything and everything. And I was just talking about how I like your skin, you know?
Yeah, I decided to change my skin because I wanted more than just a guy from Halo. So
Right.
I just
Yeah.
like what?
I was just gonna say, which makes sense because, like, theoretically, we need fan art.
I mean, fan art of this just random character who kind of looks like from Skibidi Toilet.
I said theoretically, like
I mean, I
eventually
don't
we'll
know.
need something.
I just didn't. I like the Halo character. It was cool, but I just didn't want it. I wanted something more original, so
Yeah,
I just stole somebody's skin.
I get that. Do you think so? Ah, you know what? That reminds me of like Corpse. He had a bunch of fan art on him, and of course he already had his character template. But he said one time, like someone got it scarily close. Like he thought they saw a photo of him. You know,
I
and
do
do you
not give a
like
fuck.
you wouldn't care if someone just like managed to get it kind of close?
No, I was saying I do not give a fuck about corpse. Oh, careful,
Ah,
careful, not down there, not down there, not down there, not down there. Not
yes,
down there. You just trying to knock him down.
yeah. But no, I mean like how would you feel if like because we're doing the podcast, it's mainly like audio, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what would you do if someone was doing like, fan art of me and you just over like the time of us doing the podcast and they somehow got it like scarily close?
Um
I think it's possible for me for sure with my
yeah.
skin, right? But
I thought you were saying like they could guess our faces off of our voices alone. But
no, no, just like, over time they'll probably get like for example, I can give away that you wear glasses, right?
yeah.
Like just that simple. Like now they know you wear glasses.
Well, not all the time.
Well,
So.
not all the time, of course. I'm just saying like that it's a thing that they now know. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like for me, it's just like I don't wear glasses, so that it's a thing they now know.
We totally could have made more golden apples because here's another apple here.
Yeah,
Had
we
3 each,
could.
but it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, it would have been fine. I'm gonna grab some of this deep slate that we have
All
as
right.
well.
Oh, don't need this gunpowder. That shit out of here. Ooh, I'll
Yeah,
take that.
I'm gonna leave behind some valuables I should have left up there.
Oh, we
But,
should probably set
you
our
know,
spawns right here too.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that would be
But for those of you that don't know, because I don't think we've really prefaced this like a whole ton, is that we're gonna be playing a game just every podcast, right? Like that's just how it'll be.
I would say it's more Minecraft focused, but don't be alarmed if like one day we're playing a different game or we're playing separate games, you know. So,
The
but the main
mainly
focus
separate game.
is on this Minecraft. Yeah.
Yeah. The main thing is Minecraft to make series out of it and just have it where,
Mhm.
it's hopefully just a podcast, but if you're a little into the Minecraftness as well, then you're
Mhm.
into it
It's
along
the
with the other
for
stuff.
us, it's the easiest game for us to play and like talk at the same time. Like,
I
cause it's
think
just
the more we explore games for this, the more diverse it'll get, just the
Mhm.
longer the list is, right?
I mean, last time we played the forest, so
Yeah.
it
And it was all right.
was fine. I mean,
Well,
it was
well,
very I'm going in. It was very unscripted, very just all over the place. It was very all over the place.
yeah, it was definitely a bit
Mhm.
sporadic, is how I felt.
One thing I wanted to talk about on that episode, but I just like completely forgot because I didn't make any. I just completely forgot. Was I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about change? Because like we were saying earlier, this podcast is Minecraft focused, and since we were playing a completely different game, um, how do you like? how do you feel about change? That was a, I wouldn't say a big change, but a little minor change.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It I like the idea of us just playing different games, right? But I know like that just wasn't our best experience, right?
I feel like well that was
So
because that was I haven't played the game in like a long time. I've only played it maybe once or twice, and so I
yeah,
had to like relearn everything. So
exactly. And we did kind of go in like, oh, you'll just know it. And it's like, well,
yeah.
no, we also have to podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So it was definitely a bit of a learning experience, but I like the change, but I don't want it to be something that gets in the way, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if we have a bad podcast episode, I apologize, everyone. One, two, like, it's just something that's gonna have to come along with it. Like, I'm sure if you asked anyone that has a podcast, it's just gonna be like, "Oh, our first episodes were trash."
Mm-hmm. But hey,
Uh,
we learn. We live and we learn. So
yeah, exactly. But I think change is something that everyone's apprehensive about, but I've
mm-hmm.
not embraced it, of course. Like I'm not like different, but I think it's something I've definitely wanted to curve as a negative. Because like if it's something that everyone struggles with, then I'd rather not struggle with it.
How would you struggle? How do you struggle with change?
Um, so for me, like confrontation in general, like if it gets serious enough, I start to get like shaky, you know, mainly
Mm-hmm.
because I'm trying to make sure I still look calm, you know. But with confrontation, it's usually about change, right? Like it's about the idea of something happened, so now things need to change. And so change isn't exactly something I find as as a negative on my end. Like I don't sit here and I go like, oh my goodness, like things are moving so fast, and but I know it's something that people do struggle with.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
One thing that I feel like uh, me and you can, of course, relate a lot. That's like a pretty huge change for young kids and stuff. Is that both of our parents are divorced, and
Yeah,
for me, mine divorced when I was really young. So I wouldn't really
yeah,
say that there was like a huge major change, but um, not like living with like the stereotypical, both parents at the house. It's kind of like, one week I'm with my mom, the other week I'm with my dad. You know.
yeah. I mean, I was in the same situation for sure, and you know that.
I feel
Uh,
like it'd be a lot more drastic if I was a lot older and I had, if I was conscious and that
yeah. I mean,
changed,
I just wasn't conscious. It's
Mm-hmm.
something that affects you a lot more whenever you actually realize you have a mom and dad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what? Okay, I don't
Oh,
know what happened.
I think he was getting at you because you're reminding the
The gold.
yeah, here. I'm gonna
Ah,
cover your stuff
sucks.
so if he doesn't try to. Did I kill him? I'm gonna kill him. Give me a bitch.
Yeah,
He's dead.
but I think it's
Another
something
change is that you
that.
just died and now you're no longer here with me. So that was a pretty huge
Yeah,
change.
exactly. I mean, that is a big change, right? Like people leaving our lives is crazy.
Loss, yeah.
I know my grandma on my stepmom's side,
Mm-hmm.
she died and it was super out of nowhere. I mean, crazy out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so the way I got the news was I was with my dad and we were on our way to like just out of town to like a baseball game. Nothing but fun activities. And then halfway there, or not even like more than halfway, we got the news and we turned right around. And
Gotcha.
thank you.
How long ago was
And
this?
uh man, honestly, I couldn't even tell you.
Mm-hmm.
It like, man, I can't even say. I want to say definitely more than 5 or 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't
Would you
too
say
long
that was
ago.
like the biggest loss in your family, or?
It was the biggest loss to me because it was someone that I actually knew. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
I've never lost someone that I've actually known or like talked to a lot. You know, all that, and it was just different than kind of knowing someone. You know, and or being told like their family. You know, so that's why we're here,
Yeah.
and you know, it was just different than that.
Oh.
And whenever I had gotten that news, I remember like the last time I had seen her was at a basketball game. I think we were either picking up or dropping off one of my sisters, and that was it. Like I legit, the last time I saw her was for maybe a minute. I gave her a hug, said hi, bye,
Mm-hmm.
and
Never knowing that was like the last time you were gonna see
yeah,
her.
exactly, and like
Mm-hmm.
that huge a change so out of nowhere, you
Mm-hmm.
know, it's just crazy.
I mean, I'm
Uh,
fortunate enough that I haven't lost anybody in my like immediate family. Like my grandparents haven't passed away. Neither of my grandparents on my mom or dad's side. Other than like my stepmom's dad, he passed away from COVID 4 years ago. But other than that, I haven't had any uh huge like immediate family, deaths. Other than the one family member that passed away that was like that took a hit on me was one of my cousins. He was always around my dad. Like they were like best friends. They lived with each other. I remember he would look after me and my siblings when we were kids. We used to play like Halo together and zombies together, and he was like he was the funniest guy ever, right? And I remember there's this one memory I have where he was over at our house, and I want to say my brother was playing GTA 5 online, and my cousin, he gets on the mic and he starts like shit talking the people on there, and like and he's like starts talking to them in like a funny voice. It was hilarious. But I remember I came home from school when we were still in high school, and I was just sitting in my car, just on my phone. And I was sitting on the drive for a good while, just on my phone, doom scrolling on Instagram or something. And my dad comes in,
per usual.
or my dad knocks on my door, and he's like, "Hey, I need you to come inside. I need to talk to you." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Something was off because my dad never does this. And at first I thought he needed to talk to me because I don't know, I was standing out there for too long or something. I don't know. But I go to my
Like you're just
room.
like, oh shoot, something's wrong.
I really wasn't like something drastically was wrong, but like I knew that there was something serious, But he tells me that like, hey, he tells me that Jonathan passed away. That was his name. And at first I thought he was talking about one of my other cousins on my mom's side named Jonathan. And it was like a younger guy, and I was like, at first I was like, how does my dad know this person? And I was like, all right. And my dad was like, no, like, the Jonathan that I was like, no way. I was like, you got to be joking. And that was like the first time I've seen my dad like on the verge of tears. Eventually at his funeral, yeah, he cried, but
Right.
turns out that he took his own life. It was like Easter Sunday. His wife came home and found him,
Right.
hanging on a
Yeah.
tree. And no one really knows why he did it. I don't either. But I mean, that was probably like the saddest death in the family that I've had. Because I was super close to him. He was like a brother to me, And the last time I saw him was actually on his birthday. And
Mm.
I remember on his birthday, somehow, some way, I don't know how, but he got like Dairy Queen burger patties, and we were just eating those. So, but I would say that was probably the biggest, loss that I had in my family. And it sucked too, because I was so close to graduating high school as well. So, and it
Right.
sucks that, he wasn't there to see me graduate. And I remember like telling him that talking to him one time, and he wanted me to build his son a computer, and I still have him on Snapchat, but it's just crazy to think that like he would have done something like that, not to say to blame him or anything like that, but it's just
not as blame, but as shock.
Yeah, because it's really shocking. But I would say that was probably the biggest loss that I felt in my family. I mean, like, the second to that, I guess another loss is when my childhood dog died. But I've never had like a super immediate close family member pass away.
Yeah, so, I mean, honestly, it's the same for me. Like the next closest thing is my dog Kimbo. And I remember like that mainly hit me because he was one of my closest pets, and I wasn't able to actually be there, at the end because I was at school or something. I mean, change is hard.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I was just gonna say, change is hard.
My girlfriend though, she's lost a lot of her family, and it's sad. The one that made her upset the most was her grandma. When her grandma passed away, and she's still sad about it to this day. And then this happened, I want to say maybe like 5-ish years ago, but that's still hurts her to this day. Like she had a dream about her not too long ago. But
right.
Yeah,
I can definitely understand that. For Jalen, it's the same, but for her great grandma. She had the privilege of knowing her great grandma and her grandma, and that situation happened where she just got older,
Yeah.
And it was just as simple as that.
People get older and they die and they pass away.
And it's hard because like there's genuinely nothing you can do but be there for them, And I know. I think I can't remember actually the last time we were there, but usually every now and then we'll make sure to go stop by her grave. Like that's something that we like to do. Something I've done.
If you use these little mushrooms right here, it scares them away. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah. I did not. But something we've done since like the beginning of our relationship, just because I could actually drive her over there,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just one of those things.
Well, and a lighter topic, had probably like one of the craziest dreams last night. Like craziest series of dreams.
I've actually been having crazier dreams. I can't recall them to you right now, but I've been having more and more dreams. You know what I mean?
What happened in my dream? So the first part was, I was like the Doomslayer, and I was fighting against. I was fighting against the main villain or the main bad guy in Dark Ages. His name is S0E3. That was it, because I beat the game last night, so I guess that's why I dreamt about it. But I was like fighting him, I guess. But like it turned to like while we were fighting, he was like, hold on, wait a minute. What if we do something else? And I was like, okay. And he like points at like a old little like Super Nintendo. He's like, oh, beat me in this game. And I was like, okay. And I like,
said, we're hopping on some Smash.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. It was like a Doom, like it was like Doom, like an old Doom game, like not like the 90s Doom, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it looked like an old version.
Yeah, and I beat him at that, and then I guess I woke up from that. And then the second dream that I had was I was I remember my girlfriend and her mom were there, and I guess we were at their house. I was at their house or something, and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go to sleep," and they're like, "Okay," and I went to a room, and then all of a sudden I was getting chased by just like this guy, but we were running like super duper fast, you know, and we were running around this like
Mm.
abandoned school, like doing parkour and a bunch of other shit,
Right.
and I was I remember just like running around, and eventually we just stopped chasing each other and just were like, well, that was really fun.
Yeah.
And then
Just
after
like,
that,
all
yeah,
right, that was nice.
and then after that, I was like, all right, see ya. And I like ran out of the school and to this neighborhood, right? I saw like this. There's this like giant like fat lady. It was nighttime, by the way. It was like nighttime, and there was this big old fat lady walking a dog. She was like,
Okay.
I wish there was a man to come and protect me because I'm just a woman, you know, walking alone at night. And I was like, okay. And
Demon.
then I looked in the distance. I look in the distance and I see this really swole, like buff guy walking on the sidewalk, like on the same path as her. And then I was like, oh, she's just trying to get his attention. And as I kept walking, I walked past them and I kept walking on that, I guess, same path. And God, this fucking dog is just barking.
Right.
I don't know if you can hear that, but
Yeah, I
this
can. I can. He's just
can we
going
kill this
at it.
dog, please?
Yeah. My goodness. I literally have a dog like in the living room across from where I'm at, and it's not making a
Yeah.
sound.
But anyways, what I was saying, damn, we made no progress.
Yeah, basically nothing.
I was walking. I kept walked past those two people, the fat lady with her belly dragging across the sidewalk and the swole buff guy. I walked past them, and I start seeing even more and more women, and I'm like, what the hell? Why is there a lot of women here? And then
Horny.
I was like, get me away from these fucking women. I was just running. I don't know, running home or something. But I was like, eventually I like wound it up at like a sorority home or something. And I was like, oh, this is where all the women are coming from. Okay. And like one of the women was like, oh, can you help us? There's like a giant snake and it's scary. Can you kill it? And I was like, no. And I remember just like running super fast away, and I like did like a super jump all the way to the exit of the neighborhood because I was like, I'm getting out of here. But when I got to the exit of the neighborhood, the giant snake was there, and I was like, oh shit, there's the big snake. And then
Yeah,
I woke up.
just the big snake. Oh no.
I just remember running really fast and being able to jump super high and like landing and the ground would shake. Just like in Doom the
Yeah.
Dark Ages, you can run super fast and the ground will shake when you land. It's alright, I put the thing down there. They're little
Yeah,
pussies.
nah,
So.
I was just ready, you know.
Oh.
But yeah, I definitely understand having weird dreams. You know, for me, it's usually not that vivid. I always catch like the tail end. So
Mhm.
like the weirdest one I can tell you is this one's definitely the weirdest one. It's like my creepy weird one. So I was at our local mall, and
Mhm.
granted, at this time I was like, I want to say like maybe 14, maybe 12, right? Like that kind of age period. And I, in the dream, was easily like 9, right? Like I was younger for sure. And I was just like, huh, that's weird. But we're going through the mall, and I realized, like, again, at the tail end of the dream, like, oh, wait, this entire time I've been in third person. And then my brain went, third person isn't real. Who is that? And then I started turning around to look at myself, and I woke up.
What?
Yep.
Wait, so
Yeah.
so like the whole dream itself was like in a third person perspective. Like third
Yes.
person FOV camera.
Yeah. Same as if you were to hit F5 right now, or if someone was to look at the podcast and look at the third person view where you see the back of your head, it's like that.
And
But then
you kept trying
just
to spin
imagine.
around to see yourself or something.
No. I was just going throughout the dream like normal, and then like randomly, I like realized like, oh, I'm in third person, and then my brain realized third person isn't real, and my eyes were the camera, right? I was me, but my body, the third person body, started turning around to look at the camera, and then I woke up.
You were breaking out of the
So,
Matrix.
yeah, basically, I realized I was in a dream. Started to like my body started to look at where my eyes were, and then I woke up. I'm assuming on eye contact. I can't give you that much detail, but I'm assuming on eye contact is when we woke up. I mean, I woke up.
Yeah, eye
With
contact with
however you want
the.
to use that
Yeah.
parallel.
So you had eye
But, yeah.
contact with the camera.
The camera, or once I had contact with the body. Yeah. But ever since that dream, I actually have made it a habit to go into third person, like in my head. So like usually, like if I'm just laying down like trying to go to sleep, sometimes I'll just like in my head use that quote unquote camera, like my eyes. I'll float above myself, and then I'll like go to the corner of the room, just because the corner of the room's easiest to like envision the entire room, and I'll go from there. You ever do stuff like that? I'm assuming based off your silence, no.
Think of myself in the third person, or try to look at myself in the third person.
No, like you just go into third person using your imagination.
I don't know. No, probably no. I don't think so. No,
I mean,
probably
I get,
not.
I don't know how else to explain it, to be honest. I've definitely lost you.
Yeah, I mean, we can teleport to each other if you just like open up the map and then like you go to my. Oh shit, you're not even on here. Fuck.
Whoa, you're just not here.
Yeah, your little character's not even here. Yeah.
You must have gone far. I
Mm.
stayed in the same area.
Yeah, I was kind of walking away because I thought like we could just teleport to each other when we found the fucking portal, but or not portal. You know what I'm talking about? Fortress.
The coordinates or fortress? Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know which one you're talking about.
Yeah,
But,
I'm just looking for the
we can
fortress.
we can just keep looking for the fortress.
Mhm.
I was just trying to find you for a minute. But I mean, I guess that kind of brings up another topic we can go into. Being like lost.
Okay.
You ever get lost?
Yeah. Physically, like I am right now, yeah, sometimes I can get like lost, like fuck, I don't know where I am. And then there's like, you know, is it emotionally lost, like the right term for it? Where like I don't know what I'm doing with my life, you know what I mean? Or like
Yeah. I guess your sense of direction, but via like motivation. How do you say that? I don't know. How do you say
I guess it's just you're lost,
motivated?
yeah.
Yeah, motivation loss. I
Yeah.
guess is just the basic.
Career loss. I don't know. Cause I mean that's how it is for me. Like sometimes I feel like, oh, I hear blocks breaking. That you?
No,
I heard blocks breaking. I thought it was you.
no, definitely not me.
Okay, never mind. How am I gonna get down? I don't think that's the fortress. Maybe it is. It's so hard to tell. Oh hey.
Hey.
How's it going?
I
You
was
see
just
that in
creeping
the
up on you
distance?
that entire time.
Oh, you
Yeah,
see
that's
that?
definitely a fortress.
Oh yeah, there's a lantern right there. Oh, that might be a bastion actually. Let's go there.
Let's go check it out.
Go check it out. You want to just bridge over there?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right,
Make it
let's
real
get some.
simple.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? How do you look at nether coordinates actually? Because like if we can determine where we are according to the real world, then that'd be
No clue.
like this would be an interesting spot. I think it's like 7 off, right? Like you
I think
add
it's
7 or something.
8, but I don't know. I don't know how to. But I mean,
I'm
I
gonna
got
do a
the.
quick search. I'm gonna do a quick search.
Yeah.
But continue.
Hold on. I'm gonna take a drink.
Okay, we can take a small little breather. Oh, this can be where we insert the news. Ooh.
At first, I thought you said the nudes.
No, no, that's for the OnlyFans.
Okay.
So
All
it's
right.
gonna go
Well.
podcast, Patreon, OnlyFans.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's how it's gonna go. Oh shit. I got you. Got you. Die, bitch. All right, you're good. So for some good news, I just saved my friend. He was about to die, and I just saved him. So that's some good news. Some more good news. Doom: The Dark Ages came out. Some bad news. My PC couldn't run it, so I had to drop a whole bag and get a new, graphics card. But good news, it runs. Not the best because my CPU is ass, but good news. It's a good game.
Right.
I was gonna say
You got it. I mean, I want to ask you questions about Doom Eternal either way. You know what I mean?
good
I mean,
news.
not Eternal.
I mean, it was a pretty good game. I liked it. I wouldn't say it was better
Right.
than Eternal, but I enjoyed playing it.
What would you say its biggest con against Eternal, or yeah, con against Eternal is?
Mm. I wouldn't say like the gameplay loop, but I mean, I guess yeah, the gameplay loop. I feel like Eternal's gameplay loop was a lot more fun than Dark Ages. Don't get me
Right.
wrong, like Dark Ages is still a fun game to play. Like, not saying that it's boring, but when I was playing the Dark Ages, I didn't get as hooked into it as I did when I played Eternal for the first time. So, I mean, I don't know if that's
Yeah.
because Doom Eternal was the first Doom game that I played.
I think you can kind of attribute it to that. Just
Mhm.
at least a little, you know.
Yeah. I mean, even when I played 2016, I wasn't super duper like hooked onto it. You know what I mean? Like 2016 is still a
Yeah.
good game. Like there's still good games. Don't get me wrong, but none of them hooked me like Eternal did. Like I have 800 hours on that game. So.
Yeah. Which is crazy,
Mhm.
but I totally get it.
I think
you
it's
know?
that fun. Yeah, I could play that
Yeah.
game all fucking day. But
You
just
have.
Dark Ages, I felt like the whole parrying thing. It's fun. Don't get me wrong. It's fun when you can do it and stuff, but it does honestly get a bit boring after a while because you're just kind of doing the same thing over and over and over again. Which is,
Yeah.
I mean, there were times where I would get bored of it, and
Which I think with melee combat,
mhm.
that's genuinely the hardest thing to overcome is like the stagnation of it.
Another thing, like I felt like the fights were just going on for too long. Like honestly,
Well, the
like
fun with melee is the fact that it's long. Like the idea is like, yes, I get to hit this dude a million times. You know?
no, but when I was playing it, it would get to the point where I was like, can this guy just die already? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I can
can this
see that.
end already? Especially like when I was getting towards the end of the game, and I was like getting ready to fight the final boss, and I was just like, can this thing just end so I can fight the final boss already? You know?
Yeah,
And
just get it kind of done with.
yeah, when I would uh with like Eternal, it's got the whole like weak point system with it. Like demons have weak points, you can shoot them off and stuff.
Yeah,
And
which
I
was
really,
really cool.
yeah, I really like that. And it felt like I was making progress to like killing the demons, right? But in this one, you're just kind of shooting things until they die, which is not the
Not as
funnest thing in
fun.
the world. Like, I mean, yeah, it
Yeah.
is fun, but it gets to the point where I'm like, am I really doing damage to this guy or what? You know what I mean?
Would you say it kind of became like a hack and slash?
I wouldn't. Um, I don't know. I don't know if I could say that, but
Right. Okay. That's just kind of the vibe I'm getting. Like
mm-hmm.
kind of hack and slash, kind of not. Yeah. But yeah, I can definitely understand that.
Mm-hmm. But I mean,
I
it's still
haven't
a
given
fun
it.
game.
Yeah, I haven't given it a shot yet. I do want to give it a shot.
I still do recommend it. It's still a fun game to play, but um, I wouldn't say it was better than Eternal. Another thing I didn't like about it as much as Eternal was the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, didn't the dude quit?
Yeah, it's by a completely different guy, so you know, or
Makes
different
sense.
people. Dude, I
Yeah, different people just in general.
can't even fucking see it.
Yeah, you got to get real close. Even then, it's kind of moving.
Oh,
Ah, almost. Good job.
yeah, thank you.
The sword and shield technique. Yeah, I got you. But I do think it's kind of funny how me and you have fallen into this weird niche of like you really like assault combat, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
just like, nah, melee all the way.
I think you would really enjoy Dark Ages.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna give it a shot. I've
Oh
had
yeah, for
like
sure.
this weird game renaissance lately, but like it's not necessarily anything like, oh man, all these games are earth shattering and I love them so much. It's just more so like, for example, I bought all the PlayStation Spider-Man games, and those are gonna hold me off for a while. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm still not done with the first Spider-Man just because I'm having fun with it. You know, I must have taken like maybe 3 dozen photos. You know, just for the fun of it. Like the photo system alone is fun. I
Yeah,
want to get
so
some mods as
Doom
well.
Eternal has a photo system. Like it has like a photo mode, but Dark Ages doesn't, which is kind of crazy.
What? That's insane. Dark
Yeah.
Ages looks like it was bred for that.
Yeah, you think it would, but it wasn't, which is
What?
upsetting.
That's
But
so
oh,
upsetting.
what I
I
wanted
didn't
to
even know
get
Eternal
back
had
to
a
the oh, it does. Yeah, a photo mode. I wanted to get back
yeah.
to the soundtrack. The soundtrack is good, don't get me wrong, but it's just not as memorable as Mick Gordon's. So that's
Yeah.
just my gripe about it.
Which is just like it's a fair point. It's a different person,
Yeah.
a different studio or whatever you want to say,
I mean, not even
right?
that. Like, even the soundtracks made by David Levy and Andrew Holschel for the Doom Eternal's DLC, even those I'd say is better than Dark Ages'
Yeah.
soundtrack. So
Which like it's honestly just a matter of opinion, you know. Like I haven't
yeah,
even listened to the new Dark Ages ones, but from the sound I have heard, I'm just like, sounds good.
yeah, oh yeah,
Like,
it's good, and it does its job of
yeah,
being music in a Doom game, but it's just there was big shoes to fill with Mick Gordon, so
exactly.
you know
I don't think I think whenever there's big shoes to fill, there'll always be like, even if it is like better or worse, whatever your opinion is, it's just not going to be the same, right?
mm-hmm.
So it's just not going to end up being equivalent, you know.
Yeah.
like apples to oranges kind of deal, you know.
I don't know if we
But
can mine these blocks without them getting angry at us.
they probably are gonna get angry.
God.
How many
Can
are there?
can we even get blaze rods in here?
None. I mean, if we can find a chest, but
If we
I
open
can't.
a chest, they get super pissed.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Fuck.
I can't even find like another way in or nothing. You know,
Mm-mm.
I'm just gonna dig. Or should I say mine?
I would give the
Um,
overall game like a 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I was
Is
gonna
that
say
okay?
what would your overall rating be? But 8 out of 10's not bad. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
I played it on ultra violence, by the way, and I oh
big flex,
fuck.
but okay.
I normally like, well, when I play Eternal, you know, obviously I play it on Nightmare, and I've beaten like the whole thing on Ultra Nightmare and stuff. But um I
Where did
think
this guy
Dark
come from?
Ages is probably like the hardest Doom game I've played. I was struggling a good bit on it.
Right.
No idea.
I don't
Fuck that
know.
guy.
I don't know where he came from. I don't. But yeah. Um. Yeah. I think it definitely looks amazing at the very least, right?
Mm-hmm.
We literally just went all the way through.
What is this Bastion, bro?
For real. But like from the beginning, I was stunned by its visuals.
Mm-hmm.
And can I just ask about Cthulhu really quick?
Yeah.
Like God, I like a lot of other normal people. I like Cthulhu. He's just cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like to me, Cthulhu is one of the few definitions of cool. You know, just he like Godzilla. He doesn't really do it for me. Cthulhu, God, that's something that I can get behind. That's sick. You know, and I just gotta ask about him. Like, is there like lore about like what he is? Is he just like another demon?
um
Do we get to fight him? Like, actually fight him in the giant mech, or like, I want to know so much.
I there's not much I can say without spoiling the game.
I know. Dang it.
But I'll text you the answer.
Right. Okay. But those are like all of my main things because I'm sure like a lot of other nerds, they're just like, what? Like we get to have Doom based off of these eldritch horrors. Love it. Like absolutely love it. Am I?
There you go.
Let me see. Let me see. Let me check it out.
Don't react too much.
Yeah, I won't. I won't. I'll just, you know.
Nod.
Oh my. But all right, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. You know, I think I don't know how to phrase this next part. I think like the Eldritch horrors and stuff are really cool, but I do feel like they're starting to get just a tiny, tiny bit mainstream, especially with Doom. I'm just like, I hope they don't like become like goofy animations or something, you know?
What do you mean by like goofy though?
Just like I don't know, just like someone just takes the concept and says, you know, random kid show because random kid show. I don't know, like I don't know how you could ruin it, but I just know it's possible.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah,
I'm just
I don't
like
know how they can make a kid show out of Cthulhu, but
I'm not saying that they would make a kid show. I just mean in general, like it's possible to ruin the content, and I don't want the content to be ruined.
mm-hmm.
You know, like I honestly don't know how to explain that idea. Just I fear the idea of it being misused. Oh my goodness, we found it.
Oh, you
After
did?
opening up my fears, We finally got it. My goodness, we're gonna
Wait.
barricade this really quick. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, oh shit.
You shut me off.
Wait. Don't do it yet. Don't do it
Wait,
yet.
wait,
Don't do
wait,
it yet.
wait, 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 wait.
Okay, don't
All right,
open it
all
though.
right.
Don't open it though. Don't open it.
Why not? I want to open it. Why can't I open it?
Not yet. Let's see if we can find more chests, and then we can build
I'm
like
gonna
a
open
little.
it.
No.
I'm gonna open it.
Don't.
Okay.
Fuck.
I won't open it. God, we're already being
It's fucking
attacked.
gay little pigs. Fuck out of here,
Dang.
bitch. Yeah, fuck off.
What was some of your favorite like myths or like kids tales? You know what I mean? Or like kids books?
Do you remember those I Survived books?
Yeah, yeah.
Used to love those. I
I
survived
read
the
those a lot
Titanic. I
in middle school.
survived the. I used to be like really obsessed with the Titanic. I don't know why, but I just was like, this is cool. I like it. Oh
Yeah.
no!
I mean, it is. What is that? Why are you being attacked?
It's a fucking brute.
Okay, well, I hit the brute.
I killed
He's
him.
just kind of sitting.
Jesus Christ. Oh,
He's right here.
there was another one.
Yeah,
Come here, bitch. Die.
easy.
Die. Die.
You know, something I was thinking about was how, or not to just keep changing topics, but something I was thinking about was how I'm gonna have to get over my social media thing. Like
What do you mean?
I'm just gonna have to, just because like if we're gonna promote, like even just try and promote this podcast, I need to be willing to hop on to the to the social, you know.
I mean,
I was
yeah, that's true. That is true.
Yeah, like I gotta at the very least I have to be willing to run the nightly Nexus, right? Like
But you're only doing that just because, you know, have
because it's
to.
business.
Yeah.
It's business,
Your
and
own dreams is your downfall.
it really is. I've thought about it a lot. Like genuinely think about it. I want to be a YouTuber. I've always wanted to be a YouTuber, but I hate social media. Like what? Yeah.
You think you could probably pull it off without, you know, doing it?
Like without anything, I think it's definitely possible.
Yeah.
I don't think it's something that you require, but I think it's something that will just make it easier. Like it won't take 10 months just to get to 100 viewers, you know? Especially if we can get like even a clip on TikTok or whatever. Yeah.
Dude, I don't know how we're gonna explore this thing.
I don't either. This thing seems so labyrinthian, like way more than what it used to be. And I love it, but at the same time, I'm like, geez. Like, my pickaxe is about to break. I'm halfway through it.
Mine's literally about to break. Like, there's no durability.
Did you want to call it? We can head back to the... Or we can head to the coordinates and just grab this chest.
Yeah, let's board this motherfucker up. Think we're good. All right, let's see the goodies.
All right. Let's open up our first Pokemon pack. No.
Nothing.
It's not that bad.
Straight up.
Yeah, arrows.
Nothing. I mean, I'll take the arrows.
Yeah.
And the pork chop. Why do they have pork chop? That's like cannibalism.
I mean, we're in hell. I'm assuming they're cannibalizing.
I guess so.
Do you think demons cannibalize? I feel like they would cannibalize.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they do. I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Board up the...
I totally forgot what I was about to mention.
We were talking about the I Survived books, and I was obsessed with the Titanic, and then I was brutally attacked.
Yeah.
I think we're okay. Not angry. I'm outside. Oh, okay.
Are they angry?
No. It's just like child is scary. He's fine. He's
Okay,
coming up.
cool.
Unless he's
Because I
gonna
took
kill
another
you.
gold block.
Oh, why would you do that?
I don't know. I wanted to see.
Now they're angry.
They're angry.
I heard them. Either they're fighting. Why is he following me?
I don't know.
He doesn't have a sword. I don't know. Whatever. Do I have any
I feel
gold?
like you're looking at him the same way like Anakin looks at the younglings.
I'm gonna kill them just like Anakin did.
You know, I think I saw my my spirit animal today.
Yeah. Your spirit animal?
Yeah, I was so I was walking into the house
Mm-hmm.
and hold on, let me figure out uh
Mm.
which way do I need to go? Okay. We're gonna head this way. But yeah, I was walking into the house and like there's this tree that I've constantly like have to duck under, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And well, that's weird. Literally a wall of
I can't
okay.
put a block there.
Yeah, it's whatever, it's whatever. We're just gonna go around. But you know, let me just go ahead and restart because I keep on just stopping. Man, we are terrible at this. No. But no, I was walking into the house and I had this tree that I always like duck under because I'm just too tall for the tree itself.
Mm-hmm.
And this time there was a squirrel like crossing like on that branch that I duck under. And the thing that's funny is that like a squirrel normally just wouldn't be there just because like it's a thin branch, but it's also between two of the of like the trees. You know what I mean? Like it's not just an easy spot to be at. So I mean, I just sat there and I was like, huh. I stopped like in my tracks. It's just oh, that's a squirrel. You know, like nothing
Mm-hmm.
really special about it, but then it stopped like as if we were two strangers like on a crosswalk, and it looked at me, and we just stared into each other's eyes for like an actual minute, and I was just like, I don't. I took a step back, and then he took off.
And how would you say that's your spirit animals? Because you're just locked eyes?
Yeah, yeah. Never locked eyes with no animal other than like a dog,
Uh-huh. Um
and dogs just always look at you.
Shit, I remember my parents used to have like this little kiddie pool in our backyard, and I remember one time I went back there and the squirrel fucking drowned in it. It was dead.
God,
And it was,
crazy.
a tiny freaking kiddie pool, so I don't know how I wasn't able to get out, but yeah,
Right.
like a dead body in there. Dead squirrel body.
Yeah, that's crazy. Just straight up dead.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay.
But,
And I remember just grabbing the shovel and just heave hoeing that motherfucker out of there.
yeah, just like I guess I gotta like scoop him.
Yeah, I gotta scoop him out. I was like, oh, okay. I wish I had a picture of it, but it was kind of funny.
Do you have a thing with like dead stuff? Like, can you not handle blood or anything like that? Because like some
Mm,
people like literally squirm at the idea of blood.
nah, I don't think I'm. Kinda, a little bit. It depends. I'm not
Right.
like super duper squeamish when it comes to like blood or gore, but I don't know. Like, if I see like I don't know a bloody carcass on the side of the road, I'll be like, oh, that's a bloody carcass. That's kind of nasty.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, like like hurling. You know what I mean? Like gagging at the
Yeah.
side of
I
it.
think I'm the same way. I think for me, I'm just like, oh, I didn't intend to see
Mm-hmm.
this. You
Yeah, I was like,
know?
oh, okay, that's the horrors of real life. Okay, all right.
Yeah. Just like, oh, right, the life cycle, and like, I am mortal.
Oh, there's a reminder that I'm of my mortality. It's pretty scary to think about.
Yeah,
All that stuff is scary, you know? Like fucking getting fucking torn apart, ripped to shreds, you know what I mean?
for real. I mean, I
You
hate
know
the
those
idea
videos of like
of
the industrial like Chinese factories and people just getting crushed, you know what I mean?
yes, yes. It's those and the ones where it's like how do I what is it? It's the ones where it's like a motorcycle accidents.
Yeah.
Like I think one of the first times I saw like just like a dead guy was a motorcycle thing, and
Mm.
he like simply just got like I don't know. I think he like just crashed, and then his chain came off or something, and then it decapitated him and like took off his leg.
Oof.
And then and I was just like, oh, oh, that's on the internet. That like I'm watching that right now,
Uh-huh.
and I just went through that shock of like
Oh, this is
I
real
don't,
life.
yeah,
This
yeah, like
happened to
real
a
life
real
things
human
happen.
being, you know?
Yeah, and in my head I was like, I was kind of going through the shock of like, no, this can't be real because if real, then why person record and not just help? But then
Mm-hmm.
in my head, I was like, no, you can't help. That man's head is still in the helmet. Like,
Oh man,
uh,
that's awful.
yeah, I was just sitting there. I was like, I, but yeah, it's crazy, dude.
Holy fucking shit. Holy knockback. Fucking bitch. Come here. God damn. Um, one of the first videos I've seen like that was I remember, have you heard of this guy called what's his name? The Bjork Stalker? You heard of this guy?
Ooh, it sounds so familiar, and I bet it's you that told me, but I can't remember.
Probably. I mean, it was referenced in Smiling Friends, but so
Okay, that
what
might be what I'm
yeah.
remembering too. Then,
Yeah, so what it was, or who he is, was there's this singer called Bjork, right?
right?
And there was this like fat guy, and he was like obsessed with her, and he would make like these videotapes, like obsessing over her, I guess. And he was so obsessed with her, he devised up this plan to like build a bomb and send it to her, so like it would
Oh,
kill her, and he would kill himself too, and they would be like reunited in the afterlife or something. You know,
right.
crazy
Okay.
stalker stuff.
Yeah, I didn't
And
realize that that was a reference. I
yeah,
thought that was just them
no,
being like, it'd be funny.
no, that 100% was a reference. And um, yeah, he like documented everything. I think he also documented how to like disarm the bomb or something. But
That's
like,
insane.
he also
That
documented
reminds me
when he shot
of
himself too, and you could still see
wow,
the
what?
video.
That's crazy. I
Uh-huh.
didn't
Like
know like
he shaved
he had
like
that whole
his
thing.
whole head, and he painted his face, and like he had like a painting behind him, and it said, or like a little sign behind him, it said like the best of me. And
Oh,
supposedly what he
oh, I
wanted,
know about that. I know
yeah,
about that.
yeah, yeah, he
He
could
couldn't even
not
do
pull
his
his braids
suicide
out.
right.
No, he could not.
Yeah.
He could not. Yeah.
Ah, that's so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And Charlie loves that man.
What?
As a Charlie loves that man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 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 Yeah.
You
First, I
know,
thought you meant like, I thought you were
they have a
saying.
secret love.
Uh, no, but I remember seeing that video as a kid because I watched a video about that, and they were like, "Yeah, you can look find the video." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I watched it, and I was like, "Oh."
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go find the
But
video.
it wasn't that gruesome. But like, I mean, I think like the scariest or the most disturbing part is like after he like shoots himself, you can like hear like the blood just like pouring out of his mouth, and it's like a
Right.
waterfall, and it's like eerie
Yeah.
to hear. You know?
I think I'm desensitized to hearing about it. You know what I
Uh
mean?
huh.
Because I listen to like horror stories and stuff.
Yeah.
So like hearing about the stuff, I'm just like, oh, another horror story, like kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But whenever it's like actually in front of me, I know it's definitely different. I'm sitting there like, oh shoot, this is a real situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, another one
Like
I've seen that was
I
like similar to it
definitely
was like a politician who did the same thing. He just like
yeah.
pulled out a revolver and then just boop.
Yeah.
Mm,
I was gonna say I
yeah.
definitely know there's people out there that like are like committed to having it be like a pretty public thing, you know.
Yeah, there's also like people out there who like genuinely enjoy watching that stuff.
Yeah, which is sick. I
Kind
remember
of weird, but
one
eh.
of one of one of the horror stories I was listening to. It had a thing about like a I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was basically like super realistic, and there wasn't like any story to it. It was just sad and horror, and I was
Mm-hmm.
just like, okay, like this is really good writing, but I'm not trying to be sad. I'm trying to listen to a story. Like, yeah, which I get because like even in another story, like they bring up like I don't want like this person's last words to be like another like warning to the internet, like that they just read for the fun of it kind of deal, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, I guess that's technically what these are, but like
I think I found another Bastion. Look straight
really,
ahead.
oh wow, yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? All right,
Back into
let's
the
go.
fray.
um, what was I gonna say? I completely forgot what I was gonna say. Damn, that's crazy. We found two. Oh, there's some brutes there. We're coming.
This is a stealth mission, and I say that because I want to bring up the whole stealth mission thing in video games and how most
Uh-huh.
people take the loud route. Do you think that's like a patience thing, or do you think that's just people wanting
Uh,
to have like more fun?
probably a patience thing. Probably like gets to the point where I'm like, I just want to get through this level. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it is because I used to tell myself like, no, I just want to have fun, but then I played it like games stealthily, and I was like, God, this is just as fun.
Mm-hmm. I've never really played like a stealth-ish game. Maybe like the
Mm,
closest one was like I think Call of Duty had like stealth mechanics, but like those are like pretty bad. It's just like
yeah,
you're.
pretty
Oh, I
basic
found a
stuff.
chest.
Oh,
Oh fuck! Kill him! Oh, I gotta pop it! I gotta pop. No!
oh,
Damn!
it's okay.
Fuck!
We'll just go back.
We could
Just
we
go
could
back.
teleport where we died. We could teleport where we died.
Can we?
Yeah, I think so. Open up your map, scroll out, find where you died, right click, teleport. Oh fuck! I died. Shit.
Ah,
Oh fuck.
dang.
We need to get stuff to kill them. Okay, we have some iron stuff right here. So I think if we get some swords,
Here's
we can fight
here.
back.
I'm gonna teleport in. They're just gonna be aggroed on me, and then
Gotcha. And I'll be right there behind you.
yeah, yeah.
Oh shit, I need to be in the nether though.
Yeah, we gotta go to another. Ready?
Alright. Yeah.
What the? I'm in the floor. What? I don't.
Oh, they definitely. Damn, they took our shit. Fuck.
Yeah. Well, we lost it all.
Fuck. What do we do?
We restart.
Dude, that fucking sucks, man.
Yeah. Oh. Wow. Yeah. On the bright side, we didn't take a whole lot. We didn't
Yeah,
really
that's
lose a
true.
whole lot.
That's fine. That's fine.
It
We'll
was
bounce
really
back.
it was more of an expedition. So
Mhm.
losing everything was just a con, but God, that sucks.
That does suck. So
Now
head
we
back
talk
up to the
about
hole.
loss.
Yep. We just lost all of our shit.
Yeah.
Let's head back up.
Where's the water?
We can't mine shit.
For a second, I thought the water was just gone. I was like, "Where's the water?"
We'll be back with a vengeance.
Drake, where's the water?
Where's the door?
That is one of the funnier memes, honestly. I do love that
I've
one.
never seen Drake and Josh.
No?
Nope.
It's not like, I don't think it's the same as like iCarly or anything else that's like super iconic. I don't think you can just say like you have to watch it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of just, it's good, it's funny, and
Yeah,
it's
like
whatever.
I said when we went out to eat. Um, when did we go? Like a couple days ago.
2 days ago.
Oh. You
This
want to
week
talk
went
about
by
that and
quick.
how fucking crazy we waited for like 30 minutes for a fucking waiter to show up? I was
Yeah,
genuinely pissed off.
I wasn't mad, but
I was just angry, but
I found it insane that we didn't get 30 minutes of service, and
Ugh.
over to our left were what was it, six, five waitresses all just chatting.
I didn't see them. They were behind me, but
They were right behind you,
uh,
but they were all just kind of sitting
mm,
there chatting. One of them was like cleaning some glasses. The other was like doing something on the computer. But
mm-hmm.
all the others were just standing there, and I was just like, wish I had some food.
Man, I wish somebody would come by and take our order.
Yeah, I love making people feel slightly uncomfortable, like especially whenever it's justified. So
Oh,
I'll
it's
just
nighttime. We
do
should probably sleep.
things.
I just realized
Yeah,
that.
okay, yeah, we can do that. But I like making people feel uncomfortable. So in like whenever some of them started to split off from that group, I was like, man, I could eat. Just real loud. And I
Mm-hmm.
remember like I think it was like 3 minutes after that when our server came up, was just like, "Hey, how are y'all?"
No, it was a different. So we were sat down, right, and a lady comes up and she was like, "Hey, I'm not y'all's waitress, but I'll go ahead and get y'all's drinks." So I was like, "Okay." So I order my drink, you order your drinks, and then our spouses order theirs, and we wait. 5 minutes go by, 10 minutes go by, and no one has showed up. And the ladies are walking past us, and we're like, uh. Is someone gonna come and like take our order, or like what's the deal? What's happening? And
And
I
we had
was,
like a solid conversation
yeah,
before we were like,
mm-hmm.
"Huh."
Yeah, we were conversating for a good bit, and then it got to the point where we're like, oh, we're still, no one has came by and took our order yet. Like, what?
It was like could
Mm-hmm.
have swore this was a restaurant.
And then after like 20 minutes, that lady shows up, like some lady. She's like, "Are y'all doing okay?" And I was like, not really. We've been sitting here for about like 20 minutes. No one has taken our order." And she was like, "Oh." That's nice. I
Do
was like,
that. Yeah. She
yeah.
just immediately hopped on the ball. It was like, well, I'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, she was definitely great, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But the overall service was just like,
I
what?
tried not to be pissed, but I couldn't help but feel frustration,
You
especially.
were you were a little hangry though.
Yeah, not only that, but so um recently, of course, with Doom: The Dark Ages coming out, I had to upgrade my PC, right? And I had to
Right.
get a new graphics card. And I wanted to get this new graphics card as quickly as possible, okay, so I could play the game because I pre-ordered it and everything. And I was pretty upset when I pre-ordered it and it wouldn't run on my PC because it was, locked to only ray tracing GPUs, which sucks. But
That honestly is so
whatever.
dumb.
What GPU do you have in your computer? Do you know?
I couldn't even tell you. I really
If you
couldn't.
just press F3, it'll show up. Like
F3.
kind of look on the right side. You'll
Right
see
side.
GPU.
GeForce GTX 1660 Ti.
Okay, that's the same one I had.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So
Dark
I'm
Ages
out of
ain't
date.
running on that shit.
Yeah. I think I got an upgraded
Oh
one,
yeah, you
but
do. Yeah, I think you have a 30 in the one I need to put together.
yeah.
But anyways, so um uh my girlfriend told me that hey, if you I can buy the graphics card using a payment plan. It'll be cheaper and you can just like, pay me the money. I was like, "Cool." And she was like, okay, it says it's I remember calling the store, Best Buy, and I was like, do y'all have any graphics cards in stock? And the lady that I was talking to, she's like, yeah, we got a 1660 here. And if you order now, it'll be ready within an hour. I was like, cool. So I'll do that. I had like a final to take. So I took that final. And then after that, I, went to Best Buy. But also, when my girlfriend like placed the order, like, so she placed it to where like it'll be picked up ready in an hour. But when she finished the purchase, it told her it was actually going to be ready Saturday. And she was like, that's weird. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense, especially because I called and it said in stock at the store and they have one. So I was like, okay, well, I'll
Yeah.
just go
Like
there
no
and
reason for a
yeah,
delay.
yeah, no reason for me to wait till Saturday to get it. So I was like, uh, I'm just going to go up there and ask him about it. And so I did. And so I go up there and I said, hey, I ordered this thing. It was supposed to be ready within an hour, but I was told, but like on the website, I said it was ready Saturday. But I called the store and it says, y'all have one in stock. So can I just, get one? And the lady was like, yeah, let me look at your order. So she pulls up the order. She said, so we can't give you the one that's like in the store because that's the store inventory. We have to take it from like the warehouse or something like that. But she said, but if you wait for about like 30-ish minutes, it should be here. And I was like, okay, cool. Let me do that. So, I walk around, wait 30, 40-ish minutes, and I come back, right? And there's a different lady at the counter, and I was like, hey, I was just here not too long ago. And I was told that if I wanted, I was told about my order, the whole situation, and I, told them about the situation. She's like, okay, let me pull up your order. And she said, and the lady goes, yeah, it's not gonna be ready till Saturday. And I was like, that's weird because I was just told it was gonna be ready today, and I just had to wait, 30 minutes. So like, what the hell? She was like, and I was like, and I called the store, you'll have one in stock. So like, what's the deal? Like, what?
Yeah.
And she's like,
Like where's the problem?
yeah, like, what's the issue? All right. She's like, hold on, give me a moment. And she like runs around the store. 20 billion people start showing up in the line. I'm sitting there waiting. And I'm like, come on now. And
Yeah.
then eventually she comes back. She's like, yeah, it says it's not gonna be ready Saturday, but what we can do is I can cancel that order, right? And you can just
Mhm.
buy this one right here. And I was like, okay,
Well,
but I wanted to buy this like via like a payment plan. You know what I mean? Because I don't got that much money.
yeah.
And she was
Like
like,
this is the way I needed
uh-huh.
to buy it.
And but eventually I was just like, you know what, I'll just pay for it up front. It's whatever, fucking get over it later.
Yeah.
But I was just so pissed because like I don't know why they just couldn't give me the it's there in stock and I ordered it online, so like I don't see what the issue was, but I don't know. I
Yeah.
was just so upset that first lady initially lied to me by saying, oh yeah, just
Yeah.
wait 30, 40
It's like, oh
minutes.
yeah, just wait 30 minutes till I'm off shift.
No, she was still there. She was still
She
there
was
at
still
the
there?
yes.
It's crazy. I
Uh
totally thought she was just like, yeah, I'm on break in 30. How about you come back?
no. She was still there and I was like, uh
It's like, oh, well, that lady told me this.
And that's what I told the other lady. She's like, "Oh."
Just,
So
oh, well, I don't know what to tell you.
yeah.
But, yeah, I could definitely get that. I
Mm-hmm.
remember I had the same thing with, I think it was whenever uh, I was trying to get an external terabyte of storage or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought it online and it ended up being an internal and like simple mistake, right? I was like, all right, whatever. Just need to switch it out. So I went to the front desk, asked to switch it out. He's like, "Yep, I got you. What kind of computer you got?" I showed him a picture because I had been taking pictures of my computer and blah 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 all that time. And he just goes, "Oh, yep. I know exactly what you need. It's this one." I'm like, "All right, get that one. Head over. It's another internal hard drive." I'm just like, what's happening? Because this one also came with like a USB kind of thing, but it was still internal. And I was just like, that's so dumb. Yeah.
I just found you on
And
completely accident.
yeah, hey.
I'm just trying to get some food.
But but yeah, I totally get that because I went back to that exact Best Buy you're talking about, like I think
I
4
mean,
times.
that's the only Best Buy we have. But I was like, this is
Yeah,
fucking ridiculous, you know?
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just a matter of, I mean, literally just customer service.
Why am I moving faster than usual? What the hell? Am I tweaking?
Did you eat a banana?
No. The hell?
Couldn't tell you.
Oh well. Oh. It's because I was still sprinting somehow. Okay, whatever. No, but that pissed me off, and that happened like the day before we went out to eat. I think, yeah, it was the day before we went out to eat. Because then after that, I went home and put it in my PC and was playing Dark Ages. But yeah, that happened the day before, and then that happened with the whole fucking waiter shit, and I was like, God damn it. So that was pretty frustrating.
Yeah, I can definitely understand how those two back to back too just sucks.
That's why I was a little frustrated too. I would say like 90% I was hangry and 10% it's because of that.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
that's
you're a very reasonable person. So
Mm-hmm.
like whenever you're angry or anything, I'm usually just kind of like, I oddly find it entertaining because I'm just like, what's the problem, buddy? Like, what's going on?
Well, yeah, I rarely get angry at things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, you upset? Is something bothering you?
Like, I mean, I don't get frustrated at games. I don't get like, oh, I mean, like, if we're playing like a multiplayer game, I'm not gonna be fucking raging. You know what I mean? But like,
Yeah.
because I don't take it like super duper seriously. But
No point.
and I normally don't get mad at like customer service workers either, because I'm like, oh, hey, I was in their shoes. I know what it's like to work customer service, so But that I feel like I'm starting to become more of a Karen. I'm starting to get more frustrated with other people now, like
I'm
customer service
definitely a
people.
Karen. Dude, I hate confrontation, but I'm willing to be a Karen whenever the situation deems it worthy. So I I hate it, but also love it. Like at least whenever like it's in a situation I know I'm in the right. And so like for example, there was this one time I was at work, right? And basically there's this spot that I go to and I park there like all the time, literally every day. That's the only stop on my route that I go to every day. It's the only place. So I go there every day. I park there in the same spot every day and basically the same time every day. Yeah. And so I'm there and I show up and there's a car behind me and this business that I go to deliver has like a gate, right? So I let myself in with the key that I have for permission, and this dude follows me from behind.
Well,
So
did
I'm
they give you this
already
key?
yeah. The business gave
Okay.
me the key.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I already have the key just beforehand, and this car follows me but from behind. So in my head, I'm like, okay, I need to take note of that person because if I don't, then it's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
So I just went ahead and did that. Oh, what's happening? Oh. Sorry. But you know, I just was like, I need to make sure I take note because, like, if something bad happens, then something bad happens, right? And that's literally on me. So I took note and I just continue on with my job, right? So I pull up, same spot, park, same spot. Now here's where it starts to get interesting. The car stops, or doesn't stop, but follows me and stops behind me where I park all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this this spot that I park is like an indented parking spot. So basically, it's not a legit parking spot, but it is a spot for service workers to park, like at the
Yeah.
front door.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah. So it's just, you know, a little indent in like the sidewalk where you go to park. I'm there and I park at the back, like just kind of like the back or the front, whatever you want to say, just the edge of that. And the dude parks right behind me, right on my butt. I'm just like, oh,
Oh,
I wonder
great.
why he's
Yeah.
right behind me, like right behind me. Whatever, not my problem. I'm at work,
Mm-hmm.
so I just continue on. I legit just got on my phone because I was early that day, right? So I'm just like, I'm early. I can get on my phone for like 5 minutes, then get to work. I get on my phone. Dude gets out of his car, and I notice he's got like food, right? So I put together this dude works for like Uber or
Mm-hmm.
whatever you want to say, but Uber Eats
Or
is
something.
who he
Yeah.
works for. Yeah, yeah. And so I'm just like, okay, gotcha. That makes sense. Dude's in a rush. I can understand that. I get out, go to the back of my van and everything, and I'm just like, okay, time to get to work. Dude comes out and he's obviously mad, so obviously mad that it's like potent. You know, I could feel it in the air. And he just runs up and he kind of like, he doesn't go up to me, but he comes up to the back of my van. And, you know, obviously I'm in my van just getting stuff organized. And he's just like immediately starts off the conversation for me. And he just goes, you know, if you parked up a little bit more, we both would have had more room. Because he's parked up so close that like my back doors literally are a bit like wonky, or not wonky, but like close to him, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So with my doors open, he can't pull out. He has to back up, then pull out, right? And it's as simple as that. If my doors were closed, he could pull out easily. But I opened up my doors intentionally to block him from having to an easy pull out. You know, now he's looking at me and he's like, you know, we both would have had more room if you just pulled up. And that's just insane. I mean, imagine walking up to someone, just a random person, and starting a conversation with, you know, if you
Mm-hmm.
did this, it would have been better.
Like, what the fuck? Who cares?
Yeah,
I'm
just an
doing my job.
insane
Like,
way.
relax, dude. Fuck.
Yeah, and on top of that, it's
Is he
just an
another like
insane way.
delivery driver?
I mean, yeah,
Oh yeah,
he's
yeah, yeah. You said he had
clearly,
food. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Gotcha,
yeah,
gotcha.
he's clearly Uber Eats or something. But like, it's just an insane way to start the convo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because these are the first words we've said to each other. I have been in the van, he got out, and then I went to the back of the van. It was as simple as that. So the start of the convo is just, if you parked up further, we both would have had more room. And it's just like, all right, like that's how we're starting this, right? And of course, I've already registered all this. Like, I saw him park up on the back of my butt. I opened up my doors so he couldn't just pull out immediately because I'm petty. And, you know, all that. Like, I know the situation, but this dude's just insane. So I want to rub his nose in it because I'm petty.
Mm-hmm.
And I just look at him and I say, what? Because it's so insane to start a conversation like that, you know?
Actual trolling.
Yeah, so I just look at what? and I did my
Huh?
best to sound like convincing. I can't tell you how
Huh?
convincing I
What?
was. Yeah, I might have
Me?
sounded like I was. Yeah, I might have had a shit-eating grin or not, but I think I was convincing.
Uh-huh.
And he was just he stops. He kind of clenches his fists and unclenches them, and he goes, "If you parked up more, we would have had more room." And and I'm just like, "All right." He's calmed down. He said his statement, and I look at him and I just say, "Okay."
Okay,
and
okay, well,
and he
okay.
yeah, like just okay. And he clenches his fist. He grits his teeth. Like I could see him like literally clench his jaw. And I'm just like, okay, I need to be ready for repercussions here because I've been trolling.
Yeah.
And funny enough, he just goes,
Oh, nice.
goes to his car, like slams his car door, which is just like, okay, it's not my car, dude. Like it's your car.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Oh.
he yeah, and then he backs up super fast, peels out super fast, where you hear the tires just a bit, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, all right, not my tires. Like that's your tire, your gas, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then I moved on with my day. But
What a
then,
bitch.
yeah, but then I walked right through the front doors, and as I walked through the front doors, the security guard, my man, I'm not gonna say his name, but we'll call
Mm-hmm.
him Mr. M. Mr. M. He's my man. He's the goat. And he just goes, "Hey, what was that about?" I just told him everything I told you. And he goes, "Oh, you should have hit him. Like I would have had your back." And I was like, "Mr. M, I love you, man. Like you're great."
You should have hit him. That's
Yeah,
insane.
he was totally on my side. He was just like, "You should have hit that dude. Like I would have been on your side. I would have been right here with you." And I was like, "Thank you, man. Like that, you're amazing." But yeah, man, people be crazy. People be crazy.
Starting fights with just some random people is just why, dude? Like, yeah, why
Yeah.
should like what do you gain from that?
I mean, I don't even know what he would even think to gain from it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, let's say everything goes perfectly in his mind. What I get down on my knees and I go, "You're right. Let me get my keys. Let me pull forward."
Oh, I'm so
Like
sorry. I'm so
like
sorry.
what's the
What?
result? Yeah. And then like he's leaving anyways. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like,
And he's only there for a split second. It's like, why the fuck does it matter?
yeah, and another thing is like again, I'm there every day. If anything, he just doesn't belong there.
Yeah.
Uh, just so funny,
Like
dude.
you always
Like,
bark there. It's like the hell.
yeah, and I've moved parking spots recently, but it's only because in that spot, not even where I parked, but where he parked, there, the mail lady goes there, and the mailbox is built right there, like it's built a brick, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And so they just were like, "Hey, could you park on the other side of the thing so that way the mail lady can just go right there?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So now I park on the other side, you know, because it doesn't matter. I'm not a lunatic, but people like that to me are
That's
so
hilarious.
amusing. Yeah.
So
Man.
yeah, it's so dumb. Just like trying to pick fights with just random people. He
I love
gained
picking
nothing from
fights.
it.
I like picking fights on online games, but not like in a mean
Mm-hmm.
way. In like a vigilante way.
Uh-huh.
uh, so like just kind of the same way I explained to you, like I like having justified annoyance, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So like for example, Marvel Rivals is a game that's a lot of fun recently, and I play it a lot.
Marvel Goonals, but okay.
Yeah, no. I don't like to have fun. No.
Actual
No.
fucking Gooner game.
Dude, it's okay. I won't lie. You're not wrong. Like, it's not a like fantastic game, right? There's transactions.
Mm-hmm.
There's people in the game that are like, oh, did you know if you press like the animation cancel on the third frame, and then there's people that hack. Like, it's not a great game. It's not, but
Mm-hmm.
it's fun. Yeah.
Morels
And
is releasing new skin. Oh, guess I'm going broke.
yeah, dude, the Marvel Rival skins and stuff are crazy.
I know.
I've
I've seen some of them,
never
like half naked ladies. Like, are you serious?
the skins themselves are just comic accurate. So it's just the comic
Uh,
book. You know, like it's not even them being like,
hmm.
"Oh, we need to like sexualize these characters." Like, no, they're actual costumes.
Hmm.
But the prices are crazy. Like you can spend I think $15 for a skin, and like then they also have it where it's just like any other microtransaction thing where it's like you'll get the you'll buy the coins, and then the coins get you the pack, and then the pack gets you the actual coins. Uh okay. And all that, you know.
Yeah, I've only
But
played it for like 40 minutes. My girlfriend was playing it, and she says it's okay. She doesn't really like it because it's just like there's a bunch of just sweat lords on it. So.
yeah, that's what it is. There's a bunch of sweat lords. And that gets me back to my point on that game. Like, for example, at the very beginning, Iron Man was a bit of an annoying character.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, the game's definitely a lot more balanced right now, but it's got its flaws. And one of the things is, like, Iron Man's not as strong now. But at the beginning, he was one of the more annoying ones.
Mm-hmm.
And with the way that I played, I would just be like, okay, whoever's annoying, whoever's the sweat lord of this game, that's my target. That's who I'm going after. Because they're also the reason why the other team is winning. So I'm just like, all right, I crack my fingers, you know, and I go, let's do this. And I start sweating against them specifically. And they start having a bad time. And either they start to fear me or they start to get angry at me. Either way, their focus is broken, and usually that helps me win the game. And I just love it because those sweaty players just don't get to have fun.
Ricky tells me like sometimes he'll get targeted by people.
Yeah, in the game it's very easy to get targeted. Like I actually play Iron Man right now, and his thing is like he can do a lot of group damage. So like he'll get the whole group to have health, right? But the
Mm.
moment you do that, the entire group just looks at you and goes, "Oh, you're dead," and then you die. Like, you know. So he's a bit more balanced now, but he still takes away everyone's health. You know. Mm. It's honestly a game that's very balanced. So most of the time, whenever you're annoying, it's because you're quick and easy to kill. You know,
I don't think I'd ever enjoy it.
I don't think you would because there's, I think, three characters that are like actually ranged. One of them's the Punisher, and it's just not a character you would want to play. The others are like flying characters, like Iron Man or Human Torch. And I just don't think you like those kind of games, like with cooldowns and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of like these hero shooter type games.
Yeah, I think they should just be less special, I guess. Like, I don't know, like it's one of those things where it's literally everyone has superpowers, right? Like in Marvel Rivals, for example, there's at the very beginning, there's just a bunch of attackers. It's just like, okay, why is there no healers? Why is there no like tanks? You
Hmm.
know, and they recently fixed that, but I lose my point. It's really just hero shooters aren't good because in my head it's just everyone's special, so no one is. You know,
Gooner
it's
shooter.
like
That's what I would call it.
yeah.
Gooner shooter.
I know you would. uh, but I don't know. I mean, it's just one of those things where I think it's genuinely like you should have everyone be the same, like Call of Duty or whatever, but your hero, quote unquote, changes like your grenade or something. Like
Mm,
Valorant is actually a pretty good one. It's like everyone basically has the same abilities, but they're all varied and in
Valorant, that's
their
my
own
favorite
way.
dating app.
You're on a dating app? Damn, I'm gonna tell your
No,
significant other.
that fucking game is known for e-daters.
Nah. You just said you're on a dating app,
I said that's my
bro.
favorite.
That's
You
crazy.
fucking.
That's your favorite
Alright.
dating app. You have a favorite dating app?
It was a joke. It was a
Dang.
joke. Hey man, I wasn't the one that loves going to Twin Peaks. I didn't say that.
I
It was
didn't say
me.
I love going to
Yeah,
Twin
you
Peaks.
did.
I said I
You were number.
love their what was
You were
it? Cheese
glazing.
block fries.
You're glazing them pretty hard. You're like, man, I just can't take my eyes off
Yeah,
the waiters, man.
yeah. My eyes just glossed over. I was just like, man, I lost a minute of time. What's going on? I was just thinking about like the darkness inside. I don't know.
Piggy.
I do find those restaurants really funny because like it's you genuinely like the expectation is you go there and you're like awooga
Mm-hmm.
awooga, but
Boobs,
in
all you fat
reality you
boobs.
just yeah
You know, like
in reality
fucking.
you just show up and you're like yeah I'll have a burger.
In reality,
Uh,
you just don't
what's
show up because
playing
the food's
UFC?
ass. I
Yeah, honestly, the food's usually not that good.
don't
But
know.
I
I've
mean,
only been
it's
there once,
not
so.
terrible. I mean, I've gone to a few restaurants like that, like over the years, and it's just not.
Well, the only ones that are like that
It's
are
not
what Hooters
terrible.
and Twin Peaks is. I say those are the only two.
Hooters, Twin Peaks. There's another one somewhere in I think
Gooners. It'd be funny
Dallas
they called it
that
that.
I went to at one point, and so on and so forth. I can't remember the actual places. I just know I've gone. You know,
Mm.
Mm. Food was never terrible, but the bathrooms were always terrible.
Ugh. Can't imagine what the bathrooms would be like.
It's just honestly just unclean. That's it. It's nothing like, oh my gosh, I found like a syringe. Like,
Uh,
no, it's just
you know what
unclean.
bathrooms are really disgusting that I hate going into?
What?
Are uh fuck water park bathrooms.
Oh yeah, I hate those.
Those
Those
are
are
always,
terrible.
yeah, those are always so nasty, and it doesn't help that like the fact that you're already wet and it always just stinks in there. It's just wet and ugh. Do not
Yeah,
like it.
genuinely sucks.
I'd much rather just pee in the pool.
I would actually much rather. Like everyone knows that you pee in the pool. Like I don't even know why we shame people at this point for it.
Yeah, it's so common
Uh,
now. Everyone does it. You're lying if
it's
you said
so
you've never done
common.
it. You're lying
Yeah.
if you say you've never done it.
You really
Everyone's done it
are.
before.
Like everyone's done it. It doesn't matter like where you were, how old you were, like you've done it at least once.
Call me disgusting. I don't care. I'm gonna keep doing it. No one can stop me.
No one can stop me.
We
I'm gonna
have a
keep being
pool.
a
I will
fool.
pee in it.
My thing honestly is just like it's genuinely
Shit.
everyone does it. Like no matter what pool you go to, you get that pool smell. And everyone knows the pool smell comes from the pee.
I thought it was from the chlorine.
No. I mean it is from the chlorine, but it's from the chlorine and the pee mixing.
Mm. Oh.
So whenever you get that pool smell, it's the pee. Like there's even been people that are like, okay, I got a bucket of water and chlorine. I got a bucket of water, chlorine, and here's a drop of pee. I'm gonna leave it for a day. And they come back and they're like, yep, uh-huh. That's pool smell.
That's pool smell.
Yeah, and chlorine's just clean.
Mm. I love swimming. Swimming is a lot of fun.
Dude, I cannot wait to start swimming in the summer.
Yep.
Like
It's
that is
it's
I
already getting
cannot.
that temperature, I'm sure.
Yeah. Did you want to go swimming? I would be so down to go swimming
Does
somewhere.
your apartment have a pool?
Yes, but we should not swim here.
Oh. Ah! Oh my god.
All
Why
right.
not?
It's just dirty.
Oh, okay.
A lot of leaves. They just haven't cleaned it yet.
There's a
You
quote
know what we
unquote.
actually need to do? We need to actually just go out of town. We got to go on vacation.
That'd be a lot of fun. You know what? Water's really fucking dirty. It says it's a lake, but it's not a fucking lake. You know what I'm talking about?
Uh, uh,
That's the only lake that we
oh,
have.
yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I think
Yeah.
that's where we were
So,
when you took that video of me like T-posing on that bridge.
yeah. Yeah.
I do not
I got
remember that.
that reminder recently.
I do not remember that.
You don't remember it?
No, that was how long ago is it? That was like 7, 8 years ago.
5?
No.
Or no. You're right. You're right. It's 7, 8.
I was like, I think I was a freshman. I think we were freshmen.
You had that black and gray jacket that you always wore.
Yeah. That was either like freshman or 8th grade.
Yeah.
It's what it is, so people know what we're talking about. It's a video. We're on a bridge, and I'm like on the edge of the bridge. There's like this like little pillar you can stand on, and I'm standing there, and I just like T-pose because like T-posing was like the funniest thing on planet Earth at that moment. And I don't remember that.
Actually, it was kind of falling off. I remember we
I should
literally
have fell
did it
off.
at like the
Honestly, I should have fell off that bridge.
It would have made the video so much funnier.
It would have been funny if you just pushed me.
I thought about it, but I knew you were gonna be mad. You're not the type of person that likes those bits.
I'd probably be mad because it probably would have killed me. That's what I would have been mad over.
No, that's what you would have been saying, but you would have died. There's no way you would have died from that.
If
I know you would have. I genuinely remember being like, God, I should push him off. It'd be so funny. But you would be mad. You wouldn't find it funny. I knew you wouldn't. Like even afterwards, I knew you wouldn't find it funny.
Yeah, I would probably be upset because I would have my phone in my pocket and I would get all wet and it'd get ruined, and yeah, I would stink
I
of
want to pull bits like
nasty
that.
water.
That's why I say like we need to go on vacation and stuff, because then we could do bits like that like against each other. It'd be fun.
Well, I don't want to get pushed off a bridge into a giant lake of
I'm
water.
not saying that we're gonna go to like a lake and I push you into a bridge. I'm just saying if we go on vacation, there's more opportunities for you to push me into the lake, or vice versa.
Or you can step on a bee.
I could step on a bee, and then it'd be another time where you smack it into my foot, and then I would get to rant about it another time on the podcast.
It's a fucking witch.
I just got shot at by a skeleton, and I thought you got shot at.
Oh, she's poisoning me. This bitch.
How dare she? Do you remember those old Minecraft animations? And the witch was always some weird like the definition of like a hag.
No, but do you remember that one Minecraft animation? It was like a dance off between this guy and a witch.
Yeah, yeah. That was by.
Oh, is that what you were talking about?
No, but I do love them. They had the best Minecraft animations.
I remember. Yeah, I remember. I used to unironically listen to that song that they would dance to. The shit was so hard.
It was a good one. They went hard. What is it? It's like egg animation or something.
I think egg animation. That's such a weird name. This wicked bitch is gone.
YouTube. Element animation. That's what it is. And the eggs were called. It was called the crack.
Oh, I remember those.
I loved it, dude. Did you know Villager News is official now?
Yeah, it is.
I love Villager News being official. Man, their last upload was 4 months ago.
Villager News?
I don't think it's Villager. Oh, no, it is. Villager News was 4 months ago. Another one a year ago. There was a live, another live. Yeah, so they're kind of into the mainstream Minecraft now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
God damn, I got like poisoned for like 20 billion years. Holy shit.
20 billion years. Me and you for a million years. For a billion for me and you for
A million trillion
forever.
years.
Me and you forever. Eli and Matthew forever. 9 seasons. 9 seasons.
9
We're,
seasons?
we're gonna we're gonna we're gonna go forever. We're never gonna stop. It's gonna keep going. We're never gonna stop.
There's no
Eli
end
and
in sight.
Matthew. Did you even get that reference?
I didn't know.
No,
What was that?
it's Rick and Morty.
Oh, I've never really watched Rick and Morty.
It's just like the
I mean,
first
I watched
bit
some
they
of it
kind of do.
with my girlfriend, but she likes
It's
Rick and Morty.
pretty funny. It falls off on certain episodes. Oh,
Damn.
yeah. It falls off on certain episodes for sure, but it's funny and just in general. It's but they had a bit where basically Rick tricked Morty at some point, and he starts like cornering him basically, and he's like, "We're gonna do this for a million years. We're gonna, me and you, Rick and Morty." And he's just like breaking the fourth wall, and Morty is genuinely just going like, I don't know what you're talking about." And he's just like, "Me and you, Rick and Morty, million years. We're gonna have 10 seasons. Rick and Morty, million years."
There you go. Fuck, man. My inventory is full. Hey, let me get out of here.
You know something interesting about Endermen is they don't really teleport.
What do you mean they don't really teleport?
You never noticed that they don't actually teleport. They just kind of like speed.
That's true. Yeah, okay. They kind of just speed over there. Yeah. I guess you
Yeah.
could say that, yeah. Oh shit, I can go back in here actually.
I don't know. I mean, I noticed it was a change at some point. Like it
I
was
think it's always been like that
genuinely
actually.
no. I remember I took note of it at some point. Here. Maybe it was, and I just noticed that one day. But I could have swore I noticed like the change, and I was just like, oh shoot, like do Endermen actually just have like super speed? You know, that whole thing.
It's probably, it could be like a coding thing just to like, not
No,
make it actually teleport.
it was definitely like a coding thing, but that was back whenever I was a kid, and I thought like
Yeah.
Herobrine could have been like a hard coded message.
Oh, Herobrine is real. So, not sure
I
if
think he
you knew
is. I genuinely think he was at some point.
No, there's no way.
Yeah. I mean, did you not? Do you know about the ghost of Halo?
The ghost of Halo, or the ghost of Lockout? Is that
I
what you
think
mean?
so.
Like a Halo
Yeah,
2 Ghost of Lockout?
yeah.
Yeah, I know
Where it'd
about that.
be like a random player on multiplayer.
No, I think that was like a desync error. That's what it was.
But yeah, like I think it could have been something like that.
I've never seen those old YouTube videos though. I remember seeing
I
this
never
one.
watched them, but I know
Uh,
someone that made a video like that,
I
like
remember
on a
there was
podcast.
this one YouTube video I remember watching as a kid, like one old Halo video, and it was called like Master Chief Face Reveal, right?
Mm.
And it was like this guy had like a Master Chief toy, and he was like, "Oh guys, I'm about to check out Master Chief's face. Oh my gosh!" And he like takes off the visor on the figure, and he's like, "Whoa, this Master Chief's face! Whoa!" And I remember seeing that as a kid and like thinking to myself, "Damn, I want that toy."
I was trying to find the actual reveal because I thought I was big brain, and I was like, no, it's in the game code.
Mm-hmm.
I'm smart.
We gotta
And
find it.
yeah, and I looked up like on YouTube. I was like Master Chief face reveal, And then I figured out that there was that scene where he takes off the helmet. And I was
In the
like,
first game, yeah.
oh, yeah, in the first game. And I was like, oh, shoot, that's my ticket. And so I was like, first game, face reveal, real, like kind of like change the camera kind of deal.
Yeah.
And I found a video where he got into the game and he moved the camera and stuff. And I was like, finally, like I found what I'm looking for. I go and I click it and he moves the camera and it's just empty space. Of course, they didn't code in the face.
Oh no, I thought it was like he took off his helmet and there's another helmet there.
Yeah, it was just another helmet, but at first it was like empty space.
Okay.
Like for a second, it's just like he literally takes off his head.
Mm.
That didn't work, but
I remember seeing somewhere it'd be about to show his face and be the screamer.
right.
Do you remember your first ever like jump scare? Like your first ever screamer video that you've seen?
Mine wasn't on a screamer video, but I mean the actual screamer video, the first one I saw was kind of the cliche one, the like secret maze or the scary maze,
The scary maze. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first one I saw, the actual one. But the first like jump scare was from my grandpa, and he has this. It's like a scary wolf mask, right? And it's like got hair, the eyes are darkened, blah blah blah, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like very basic Halloween mask. But he would like tie it to a string and have it where whenever you opened like the closet door or whatever, it would fly out at you. And so that was my first jump scare. He was like, "Hey, I need something from the closet." And I think it was man, what was it? I think it was like the vacuum. And I was like, "You want me to grab the vacuum?" And he was like, "Yeah, grab the vacuum." I was like, "All right,
Sure
I
thing,
guess."
Grandpa. Anything for you,
Yeah,
Grandpa.
exactly. Anything for you. Just got me.
Trolled. Absolutely trolled.
Exactly. I was traumatized. I said, "Grandpa, don't you ever do that again. Ever."
Grab him by the throat. Don't ever do that shit. Holy shit.
Would you find a 10-foot cave?
Yeah, next to the village. There's a house literally inside the cave.
Oh, that's crazy. I was genuinely just making a weird reference.
Yeah, there's a house inside the cave.
Ah, nice. Where were you at? Teleport me to you.
Sure. Let me swim up. But my first ever screamer that I've experienced was I was at my grandparents' house. I was it was me and my siblings. Oh fuck. How do I?
You got it.
I got it. I do got it. There you go. There you go. It was me and my
Where am I?
open up the map. You'll see. That giant fucking pit behind you. What? You good? Oh, are you
Forgot how
fine?
to breathe.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyways,
Yeah, but I do see that pit. That's crazy.
Yeah, there's a house down here. I'm gonna go check it out. But so me and my siblings, we were on the family computer at my grandparents' house, and we were just we were watching Michael Jackson videos. That's what we were doing. And I remember we wanted to listen to one of the songs called Ghost, right? So we go to the YouTube search bar and type Michael Jackson Ghost, right? And as we're typing that song, we see a notification or like in the suggested box, we see Michael Jackson Ghost scary at end. And we're like, what is that? So we click that instead, right? And we watched the video. We're watching the video, and it starts off as like a little interview with this guy, and we don't really know what he's saying, but it cuts to like a oh, this was after he died, and it cuts to like a shot of his hallway at his Neverland Ranch. It cuts to that,
Right.
and it like you see like a dark figure walk by. You're like, whoa, what the hell? And it plays it again, and you see it, and you're like, whoa, what the hell? And it zooms all the way in, and it plays in slow motion. All of a sudden, like this scary little monster pops up, and it goes ah, and, screams really loud. And we had there were speakers connected to the computer because we were listening to music. We had to turn them all turned up all the way. And
Right.
that scared the shit out of us, and we didn't get on the computer for the rest of the day.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But
I
that
don't
was
think
my
I ever
first
really
ever
got scared
screamer.
by anything like that,
Really?
unless
It's like you never watched a YouTube video and there was a jump scare, like like the infamous what's the ghost in the car one.
yeah, I don't think I ever did, to be honest. I always like looked for it. Like, to be fair, like I looked up like ghosts are real. Like, here's the proof, and then I'd watch a video. I'd be like, no, that could be edited. Like, that's probably not like a good one. And then I would go searching for more.
I remember there was this one video that scared me. It was like alien real caught on foot, tape or whatever. And I remember my dad was showing it to us, and I don't know why, I just got so scared of it. And I just like hid my head inside the couch.
Yeah, I think the only thing I really had like a moment like that with is Call of Duty Zombies. I tried to play it on my own. It was like 4 p.m. Like, it's dark and
4
scary.
p.m. You mean a.m. like in the morning?
No. I mean,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, I meant to say yeah, but yeah, for like a.m.
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, I'm gonna play the zombies, on my own because I'm a big boy.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to play it, and it just got to a point where it was like, nope, too scary. Literally heard "fetch me their souls," like I'm out.
I never was scared of zombies. Call of Duty Zombies.
I only got scared of it because genuinely, like, I hit play, I was half asleep, and then like I heard "fetch me their souls," and I was like, okay, like, don't panic. It's literally part of the game. Once you see the zombies and you start shooting at them, you're not going to be as scared because you've played the game, And I just heard them like breaking at the doors and stuff, and it freaked me out. And I was like, nope, like I'm out. And I turned it off and I went to bed.
You're like, fuck this.
Yeah, basically. But I mean, most of my fears really came from my own imagination, like in the dark whenever I was trying to go to sleep, I would see like almost like smoke kind of shifting and moving, and then eventually it'd solidify into like like a face of a clown or something, and then I'd be like, okay, I gotta turn around, and I'd like face the wall, and then I'd go to sleep because my own brain was like messing with the dark.
I the worst part is when like you're trying to sleep and you swear you think something, you see something at the corner of your eye, but it turns out it's like a coat on like a on the door frame or something, and you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I remember me and my cousin would try to mess with that whenever we'd make we'd try to make these like short films and stuff, and we would like set up a bunch of pillows and jackets and stuff, and we would make like the shape in the dark. And I remember that was a lot of fun, but we did pretty good. Like, it was pretty easy to simulate that. All you needed really was a chair and a jacket.
And it looked like a person.
Yeah, like that was really all you needed. But to make it look like real, you get some pillows and stuff. Like looks like a dude's just standing there.
I don't ever really remember getting scared sleeping at night. Like as a little kid. I don't. Other than like I remember when like I first watched Five Nights at Freddy's, and I don't know why, but that scared me.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, I remember me and my brother. We saw Markiplier. He uploaded a video playing it, and when the jump scare happened, we were like, "Oh my god!" We fucking closed that shit out.
Right. Yeah, I don't think jump scares ever really got to me. I mean,
I mean, they
like
don't.
I really
It's just a
was
cheap
always
way to
scared.
scare somebody. I mean, it's because it just takes you by surprise. You're like, oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's catching you by like what is it? It's like the fear of
It just startles.
falling,
It startles you. That's it.
and yeah, it's just startling. That's
Yeah,
really it. That's all it comes down to.
nothing really special about it.
Yeah, but I did always prefer like the suspensefulness, but not like I feel like a lot of people uh I feel like a lot of people say suspensefulness is realness, and I'm just like, not really. Sometimes realness is like a dude like chasing after you.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing right now?
Right now, I'm literally looking at the moon. Just I hit F1. I'm looking at the sky. I wanted to get some cinematic shots for the podcast, to be honest.
I'm down mining or trying to find some diamonds and stuff. I'm at -10. No wonder I'm not finding shit. I'm finding iron, but how important is that to me?
How important is that compared to the riches of gold?
In this game, I'd rather have iron than gold.
Yeah, for real. I feel like they really should have given gold a purpose.
I mean, it kind of does
Like
in the nether. Like, you can use it to trade.
yeah, I just mean like the tools. Like the tools don't really
Uh,
have a purpose themselves.
no, not really. They're pretty weak.
Yeah,
Like, I don't see why you would go
they're
out of your
supposed
way
to
and
be
craft.
for speed, I think.
Yeah, they have like the best efficiency, but other than that, but
Yeah.
they just break so easily.
Well, someone did like back whenever I was actually super into Minecraft. I remember I even watched a video where there was a dude who was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna look at what the difference is because I don't understand why gold is in Minecraft."
Mm-hmm.
And basically, he was like, "It is faster. However, in order to keep up with like a diamond pick, you need to get like four of them."
Mm.
So that was kind of like the hiccup.
I wonder why they made it so weak. Like, I don't. I wonder why Notch made it that way. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I mean, I'm sure in his head it was just a quick class system, like speed, strength, whatever.
Maybe it was like a
And
cool
like,
unique thing that he added. Like, oh, gold pickaxe. Well, they're the best at mining. They have shitty durability, so if you want to make it, it's not
yeah,
gonna last that long.
exactly.
Ah, bitch.
Dang,
Oh,
I almost
dead.
had him. I was literally right at the house, so I just decided I want to try my luck.
Oh, you went all the way back?
Yeah, I'm back at the house. I wanted to
Okay.
get the like mapping.
Ah, I got you. The map to it.
Yeah. He dropped a pearl.
Oh, nice. Whoa, what is that sound? Oh, that's glow squid.
Glow squid. Glow squid. Glow squid. I wonder if I can. Oh, yep. Okay, cool.
What'd you teleport to?
The village.
Oh, nice. your favorite meal of all time? If you had to choose to
Favorite?
eat one type of dish for the rest of your life, what would it be?
It's so easy, but at the same
Okay.
time,
Well, you're a
it's
little
not.
picky, so it
Yeah,
sounds kind of easy, but
it's so easy, but at the same time, like you'll see why. It's to me, I will always say, like, whenever it comes to like my last meal or anything to do with food, it is my grandma's pancakes. God, those are heavenly.
hmm.
What about you?
Uh, I would say my girlfriend's chicken Alfredo. Shit's so good. So good.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's fucking delicious.
Do you think, like, if you were a vampire, do you think you could survive like without the day?
What do you mean by like without the day, like never going outside during the day?
Yeah.
Yeah. I stay inside almost all the time playing motherfucking video games, so like, does that change anything in my life? Not really. You know?
I mean, yeah. I'm just wondering, I think I would be a little depressed after maybe a few thousand years.
Well, you could just like wear like a big hat and cover your skin. Wear like
Yeah,
a
I
ski
guess that's
mask.
true.
You know
Just
what I mean?
wear some thicker clothes. Yeah.
to
SPF
to shade yourself.
2000.
I don't think that'll help.
I don't know. I mean, you get enough layers on there, it might work.
Maybe.
I think it's possible. Get that to work.
Let's get a real vampire on here and ask him.
Yep.
God damn
Dracula, you're on the line.
it.
How's your day? Oh man, would you take callers? Would you take like if we set up a call system?
What? Probably not, dude. People would
No.
get like really. It's unpredictable. You never know what they would say. You know what
I
I'm
mean, we
saying?
could screen it, of course.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's not like we're doing it live.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, yeah. I don't see why not.
Yeah. All right, that'd be cool. I was just thinking about it because I know one of the podcasts I listened to, they had a thing where
Mm-hmm.
it was some sort of website where they had it where you could send in like just a quick audio of you speaking or really of whatever. And I was just like, that'd be a pretty cool idea to take.
Yeah. So for those listening, just drop your phone number in the comments, and we'll be sure to call you back.
Yeah, definitely not selling it to India. Not doing that.
When I called Best Buy to ask them about the graphics card, it was an Indian lady that picked up, and I was like, uh-oh.
Dude, I think it's crazy that the country like India is known for the scams,
Mm-hmm.
Like imagine that just being your reputation. Like as a
Mm-hmm.
country, your reputation is scam.
Scammers, yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That must suck. And like the Indian people, they don't like that. Like
Yeah,
they,
I
they don't
mean
like them
they're
either.
normal. Ow. They're normal people. Like it's not like they're all scammers. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just like a genuine hub for scams,
Mm-hmm.
usually via like calls, like call
Yeah.
centers and
Scam
stuff.
calls, yeah. Those are
But
always
like,
fun to watch though, like scam caller trolling. Those are always very fun to watch.
oh yeah, dude, I love messing with scam callers. There's times where I'll answer, I'm like, I'm 45, and like I put on an old man voice, and it's like obviously not
Mm-hmm.
45, obviously not like an old man, but like they can't doubt me quite yet. So they're just like, okay, do you have social security? And I'm like, what? uh,
I can't hear
uh,
you.
yeah, I mess with them all the time, dude. There's So recently, they've been implementing voice, not voice mods, but what's it called? Soundboards. They've been getting soundboards,
The scammers?
and yeah, scammers have soundboards now, and it's so interesting to me because, man, dude, what happens is you answer, right, and whenever you answer, it's so funny because like you can still hear the person and like the headquarters in the background,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like, hold on, I'm gonna take a drink. Like the first few calls, I genuinely heard like, the call center in the background, and then I hear the soundboard of like, a AI kind of ish lady being like, "Hi, are you 45 and up or whatever?" and so on and so forth. And I at first wanted to see where it would go, so I was just like, "Hey, you're not muted. You got to mute yourself before you use the soundboard." And I don't know if it's like protocol.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like protocol or what, but they keep the charade up. They keep on going like they'll try and look for a button that applies, but there's none that apply to, hey, you forgot to mute yourself.
Mm-hmm. I'm
And
sorry,
so
I didn't understand that.
yeah, it's I'm sorry I didn't understand that, and I'm sorry you think that, or like the AI one, like, oh, I sound like an AI, haha, or like,
Haha.
and
I can assure you,
it's
I am
just,
totally a real human being.
I'm totally a person and not fake. But dude, I did that for like 6 calls, and eventually I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm done. I'm gonna waste these people's time, like actually waste their time. And I went through it, and eventually, basically what it does is it tells them that you're naive enough to talk to a soundboard,
Mm-hmm.
and then they quote unquote pick up the phone. They ask you the same questions, and I went through it, and then he sends you to another soundboard with different questions. And I tried to get out of it. I was just like, "Can I talk to a human?" Like I said it to the soundboard, but then he just picked up angrily and was like, "Sir, answer the question, like please." And then he went straight back to the soundboard. And then, eventually he got mad at me, so he hung up. And the way I ended that one was I was like, "Oh, okay." And I started talking to the lady, and the lady basically says like, "Are you interested in buying this, or like, are you interested?" Right? That's the question. And I was just like, I just dropped the whole act. I just went, "Nah, I'm just here to waste this scammer's time." and, and then he just picks up the phone immediately. "You motherfucker, you!" and like he hangs up. you know?
There
But
we go. Done my
I
job.
I love those. What'd you do?
No, you just wasting their time.
Oh yeah, definitely. I was just like I did what every person should do, just waste their time.
Mm-hmm.
There was one time I used uh so the fake names I usually use are like John, Jonathan, Zane, Zachary, and like that's really about it. And so I sit there and I'm like, okay, well, I said, who was it? I can't remember who. I really can't because I just made up the name on the spot. And the dude goes, uh-huh. And like it's like Zane Jonathan or Zane Jones or something like that.
Zane Zamanson.
Yeah, so it was something like that. But it was something with a Z and a J. And he was like, uh-huh. There's a like famous soccer player who has that same name. And in my head, I was like, no way. I just randomly said this dude's name. And then I wanted to keep the bit because I was assuming he was just calling me out. So I was just like, what? Because I still don't know the name, and I don't know the soccer player. So I just said, what? And he just hung up. He just immediately called my bluff and hung up. But how funny is it that I just said a random soccer player name?
He said a random soccer player name, and it turns out that's crazy.
Yeah. This is so funny. But yeah, I love messing with scammers. I have this
They deserve
slight
it, honestly. So.
pettiness. Yeah, they do deserve it. But I just have this pettiness in my soul that comes from like my competitive drive, I guess. And I'm just like, yes, you will get what you deserve.
You get what you fucking deserve.
You get what you fucking deserve. They took it from me. That was today. Today. That's one of my favorite videos, just because of the context of Spider-Man. Just, they took it from me. That was today. Today.
There's a stone cutter down here. I'm gonna take this.
Oh, you went down there? I just went up.
I've been down here.
You've been down there?
Yeah.
I was trying to look for you. I was just down at the hut. But something I saw recently that. So this is something I've thought about for a while, but I never bothered looking up because I thought it was a stupid question. But apparently, it's an actual part of like scientific research. On the ISS, there is bacteria that has already grown akin to zero gravity.
The ISS?
Yeah, International Space Station.
Oh, okay.
I think we've said that like twice now.
Oh, they meant like the naughty place they took us in school. Like when you've been a naughty boy, they'll go to ISS.
No. I was talking about the International Space Station, and basically it's an actual point of like talking where we brought bacteria up there, of course, over the dozens of trips, and now some of them are growing akin to the zero gravity. They have like a thicker like plasma and things like that. So I just thought that was a pretty cool news that I heard recently.
Why did you say during the good news? Is it good news?
That's a good question. I don't know. It's technically just the idea of evolution in a different area. But would you say? I don't know. Would you say it's good?
It's interesting. I can't quite say if it's good or not.
I'd say it's good, mainly because of one fact, and that is the micro, cells, or the plasma or whatever it is, has also gotten better at resisting like radiation. And in my head, I'm just like, no cancer, maybe, like, or help with cancer, maybe, something, like at the very least, it would.
I don't know how that'll help with cancer, but
well, in my head, I'm thinking, like, how do I explain it? In my head, I'm thinking if we could be resistant to monsters nearby, if that can gain resistance to radiation and stuff, right? If we could figure out how to nurture that kind of bacteria, then we could also use it as like a sort of like a gel foam kind of deal between us and outer space, because even the best space like astronaut suits aren't that good. Like they're not good for radiation, you know. And you know, if those bacteria are absorbing the radiation, theoretically that could help. You know. That was my first thought.
I just think it's cool. It's able to go on like zero gravity, you know, climates. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah. I honestly love the idea of going into zero gravity. I think I'd be good at it.
I've never experienced it, so I can't quite say, you know.
You never like put yourself underwater or like were falling for a long time?
No. What have you been falling for a long time?
Yes, and I've also put myself underwater to simulate it.
I know like astronauts, they for training they go underwater with their spacesuits and simulate it.
Yeah, that's what I did. I would go underwater and I'd act like I was flying.
Oh, and that just essentially swimming?
Well, yeah, but also for zero gravity specifically and flying specifically, like it's seen as difficult to move like your center mass, you know, like to move without pushing off of something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And
Wrist hurts.
you know, you just kind of gyrate your body in a certain way to move. Like you just turn, but you know, it could be difficult or seen as difficult, I guess.
Oh shit. God damn it.
Oh,
Oh.
what?
Alright. I can't believe we fucking died in the nether. That sucks.
I know. It sucks.
How
But it's
unfortunate.
fine. We found a village, so that's pretty cool.
2
Maybe we could
villages.
two.
Yep.
What? I didn't
Mm-hmm.
know you found another.
I did.
Where's that one?
That was the one you were just at. The second village I found was the giant pit. The first village I found was what I texted you earlier.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm at the second village then.
Oh.
I've honestly just been looking at this village. And I'm like, oh, we should turn this into a super awesome base.
That'd be cool.
I think that's what we should do this next podcast. Just really soup up the village.
Abandon our post and
Not abandon it. Just move it.
move it, he says.
What? You can move. I would think.
I'm here. Turn around. Where are you going? I need to plant these trees back.
Yeah. Also I'm just gonna break this portal I made. Because I thought it'd be far enough from our original one, but it's not.
Oh, you made another portal right there?
Yeah, I thought it'd be far enough, but apparently it's not. But
Mm-hmm.
we could also put it at the village.
That's true. We'll have to figure out how to do the nether traveling.
Yeah, look it
And
up real
then
quick
we'll
and do it.
we'll armor up and have our revenge.
Yeah, we'll take back the night.
Heck yeah.
I was listening to the Tobuscus videos, and I was also watching some like it was just giving me random like Minecraft stuff, realizing that I had nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, man, I love this. And then I saw a video, and I felt like such an old man because I remember having the thought like, oh, this song will never apply to me, and now it does. And it's just
What
this that one
song?
song, how do I craft this again?
Oh.
Yeah. And it's just all about how you haven't played Minecraft in a while, and now you're hopping back on. And I was just like, oh man, I'm old.
Old head.
Yeah. But I do like the podcasts that we've been doing on Minecraft. I hope we can find another game that we can have like this chill a vibe on.
I don't know what other kind of game we could.
I don't know. I know Worms kind of works, but even then,
I'd have to know how to play it. So, but I'm
yeah,
down to
it's
play it.
one of those. Yeah, Worms is one of those things where like me and you would literally play like 3 matches against each other and then just hit record on the fourth,
Gotcha.
or something like that. But then again, the separate games like format also works. I like the idea of like switching between like you playing Doom and then me just like watering some plants.
That would be fucking yeah. That is fucking hilarious.
Do
Welcome
you think?
back.
Yeah, thank you. Do you think whenever this podcast eventually does get like a few like followers in general, like even just like the hundreds, uh, do you think that's gonna affect us like personally in any way, considering like where we live and stuff?
I hope not.
Mm. I was just thinking about it because there's
Oh,
even
what do you
a.
mean by affecting us?
Oh, I just mean like people know us, like you know what I mean, and we don't live in the biggest city,
It's pretty
so
big. It's getting bigger.
it's definitely getting bigger. I just mean it's not the biggest, and like I already told this one lady at my job, like how me and you had started doing test episodes.
Oh no.
And she was just like, "Oh, I gotta listen." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll let you know." Yeah, and that just got me thinking about it. I was just like, "Oh man, people are gonna want to listen," you know?
We end it. As soon as people recognize us, we end it.
Yeah,
As soon
but
as
it'll
hey,
be.
aren't you from? Nope.
Yeah, I think there was
We
a
delete
band that
everything.
did that.
We delete everything. Nuke everything.
Delete it all. Yes. We'll delete it all. We'll make another channel, and it'll be the daily day the daily the
the
I don't know.
the
I don't know. What
daily the
I mean,
daily
this is something that we also got to
focus.
like copyright. So what would we? The daily what?
Focus. I don't know.
The daily conjuring. The daily
What is like
the
the
annual annexation. I don't know
annual
what
annexation?
I don't know what it would be the nightly nexus, but for the day. Is there one?
I was thinking what was the opposite of nightly and the opposite of nexus. That's what I was thinking.
It's daily and
The Daily
I don't
Bugle.
know what. Hold on, let me see. What's the opposite of nexus? Disconnection, division, divorce, or line. So daily disconnection. That's not bad.
That's not terrible.
What would we be talking about?
I
This is
think
technically the daily disconnection right now. It's day.
I think it's time for us to disconnect in real life.
That's what it is. The daily disconnection is whenever we just kill ourselves. No, but I mean, I do like that we get to just chill. We get to sit here, just play the game for a minute, and have some fun. Genuinely, like we died in the Nether, and it doesn't
We died
really.
together.
Yeah, and it doesn't really matter just because we're having fun. We're playing Minecraft. We're playing other games. We're just here to talk. Like I am loving the podcast so much. Yeah,
Why are you mad? It's only game. It's just game.
it's just game. It's just game.
It's just game.
But yeah, I think it's time we close it out, especially with the sunset and everything. It'll be very perfect. So we hope you had a good day, a good night here at the Nightly Nexus. We hope you come back. You know, we'll always be here for you to chill with us, and hopefully you'll get something out of our
Underage
rambling.
girls, please DM us. I'm
Underage
kidding.
girls,
I'm
please
kidding.
leave us alone. Please, this is not the content for anyone underage. If you are underage and
Yeah.
you are listening to us, just probably listen to
How,
something else. We're just not the content for you.
how did you lose your way from Skibidi Toilet?
Yeah, right. But anyways, we hope you had a good one. You know, that's our main concern. We just want this to be a nice time where you get to spend an hour or actually 2 hours with us and we get to spend 2 hours with you. So we hope that you had a good time and a good night and a good day. Bye.
Goodbye.